Hi Cancer, this is your December 12th through December 18th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the 5 of Cups clarified by the 8 of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Swords clarified by the Sun. In the potential outcome, we have the 10 of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles and the Star. And we also have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or a Leo, or pretty much any zodiac sign. We start off with the 5 of Cups clarified by the 8 of Swords, and those two cards could play out, or could have already played out, in a couple of different ways, right? The thing about the 5 of Cups, this card has always to do with the past. This is a card of grieving the past, regretting the past, thinking about the past, contemplating about the past. And the 8 of Swords clarifying it is a card of somebody who is overthinking, somebody who is stuck, trapped in their own thoughts. Right? So for some of you, perhaps this person is not really a new person, but you never got with them anywhere. Perhaps that's what they regret, not acting sooner. Or perhaps they had an opportunity with you, but they blew it for whatever reason. And that's what they do regret. For others of you, perhaps they went through some kind of a breakup or something happened to them, and they're a little bit hesitating, perhaps because it just hasn't been long enough, and they're like, should I start this or should I not? Basically, whatever they're doing is they're doing a lot of thinking right now, but at some point during this week, all that thinking process is going to stop, and they're going to take a very decisive action towards you, a very precise action, right? We've got quite a few cards on the table that are action-oriented. First of all, we got the Wheel of Fortune right next to that 5 of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune, it could be a card of travel, right? Or the Wheel of Fortune is the start of a new cycle between you and this person. A very fortunate new cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is always good news in my spread. So here they come with the Knight of Swords clarified by the Sun, and I think the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck also a part of that action-taking process. You see how the Knight of Swords is holding up a sword, right? That's exactly the sword we see in the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is the most decisive ace out of all 4 aces. The Ace of Swords is just, what do you call it, a card of clarity. So perhaps this person is now crystal clear about what they need to do, and what they need to do is pursue you. The Ace of Swords is a card of a brand spanking new beginning, and with the Ace of Swords, they're not going to be playing around, they're not going to be beating around the bush or fooling around. They'll tell you straight up that they want to get serious with you as soon as possible. And perhaps they will even have an explanation for you as to what happened in the past if they missed an opportunity with you. Right? The Knight of Swords, by the way, could also be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. The Sun clarifying the Knight of Swords is a card of clarity as well, just like the Ace of Swords. It could be a Leo you're dealing with, or the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Perhaps this person realized that you're the sun of their life. They will never be happy with anybody. You are the one, right? And speaking of you being the one, in the potential outcome, we have the 10 of Cups with the 10 of Pentacles and the Star. You got 2 commitment and marriage cards. And I just always love when both of those 2 cards show up, right? In this case, it's like you're getting the best of both worlds, Cancer. Right? The 10 of Cups is a very emotionally fulfilling card. That card is actually often referred to as the happily ever after card. It's a family card. And the 10 of Pentacles is also a commitment and marriage card, but that card is more of a practical card, right? This is when people buy real estate together, they enjoy financial abundance together. It's a very stable card, rock solid type of a commitment. So when you get both of them, you get the best of both worlds. You get emotional fulfillment, happiness, and stability and practicality, right? Just one of those two cards. Don't get me wrong, one of those two cards would have been awesome. But when you get both of them, it's just beyond awesome, I guess. The star right next to the deck could be an Aquarius you're dealing with, or the star is a card of a wish come true. Yep, something people usually wish for or hope for a very long time. So again, I don't know what happened in the past or what those Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords exactly mean in your case. You can always leave me a comment, let me know in the comment section down below. But what's importantly, it's like this week it's definitely them coming towards you, and they're going to be very honest, very straightforward, very bold even with you about their intentions, and the rest is history. I'm not going to do an extended for you because that would be a waste of time. Really, really happy for you, Cancer. Congratulations. Cancer, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Seven of Pentacles, we got the Page of Cups clarified by the Page of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. So the Chariot on the bottom of the deck, that is your major arcana card, Cancer. Or it could be a card of travel, or perhaps a vehicle, or both. We got two pages on the table, right? Pages could be messages, or they could be children, all right? The Seven of Pentacles, the first card that came out, is a card of waiting. Okay, so perhaps if your kids are in school, you're waiting for the semester to be over and you're getting ready to go on a trip somewhere for the holidays. Right? Perhaps you want to buy a new car, and say you went online and you built this new car online with all the options you want, and now you are waiting for the car to arrive, and those could be messages going back and forth, right? You could be following up with them and things like that, right? Or, you know, there could be a trip coming up for you either way, because we also have the Wheel of Fortune right next to the deck. The Wheel of Fortune is either a new cycle starting, or a new year starting, or a trip that's coming up for you. So yeah, it's either children or a vehicle or some kind of a trip, or perhaps you are waiting for both the semester to be over and a new car, and then you're all going to hit the road, go on the road trip or something like that. Alright? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Cancer, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Lovers, we have the Ace of Cups clarifying it, we have the Eight of Wands clarified by the Six of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles, and we also have the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Gemini or pretty much any zodiac sign. Yeah, you have somebody probably thinking that you're the love of their life coming back to you. And the thing about the Six of Cups right there in the middle clarifying the Eight of Wands, this is a card of a soulmate connection, and at the same time it's a card of somebody coming back from the past. But the Six of Cups is not necessarily an ex. For most of you it is an ex, but don't be surprised if it's not an ex. Perhaps this is just somebody from when you went to school, or somebody you used to hang out with, and someone like that. So just keep that in mind, right? And I do see you guys either hitting it off right away, or it is definitely a reconciliation, right? So the Lovers could be a Gemini you're dealing with. The Lovers could also be a card of a choice, but at the same time, the Lovers, in my opinion, is the best card when it comes to the actual love connection between two people. It's a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card of a twin flame connection, if you believe in twin flames. And the Lovers could simply be the love of your life card, right? So that's where the love of the life came from when I said it in the beginning of the spread. The Ace of Cups clarifying the Lovers is the Ace of Love, ultimate, authentic, genuine love. The Eight of Wands right next to the Lovers is a card of communication or a card of travel. This person may show up, don't be surprised if they do. And it's also a Cupid's Arrows card. That's my favorite interpretation of the Eight of Wands. And the Six of Cups, like I said, it's a card of a soulmate connection, and at the same time it's a card of somebody coming back from the past. So ultimately you have two soulmate cards on the table. The Lovers is the first one, and the Six of Cups is the second one. Right, the Page of Pentacles right next to the deck. It's often something tangible, something you can touch. It could be a gift, it could be tickets to a show, or tickets on to go on a plane, on an airplane somewhere together. It could be keys to their apartment, keys to their place, keys to their heart, or it could be a piece of jewelry in a small box. Never, ever, ever underestimate the Page of Pentacles, right? Because a ring in a box still qualifies as something you can touch. And I see this all the time, Cancer, when people think that the only way to get somebody back is to propose to them, and it often works. Right? And speaking of this often working, the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck is a card of a commitment to marriage. It's also a family card. Right? We had the Ten of Cups in the first spread. I don't know if you watched it or not, but in the first spread, the new love spread, we had both the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. In this spread, we only have the Ten of Cups. But again, this is still enough for a very happy commitment or marriage. So yeah, this is definitely either a reconciliation, or if this is somebody just from your past, you guys will definitely hit it off. Alright? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances this week, Cancer. We have the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. I think you will have a couple of options this week, Cancer, and it's going to be a really hard decision for you, right? Option A is the Knight of Swords, option B is the Knight of Wands. Equally good options. You could be presented with two new job offers, two investment opportunities. Perhaps you'll be offered to go to two different work-related conferences or business trips or something like that. The Hierophant on the bottom of the deck, when it comes to work, business, and finances, this is a card of something formal and something official. Alright, the Nine of Swords, the first card that came out, that's you. And for whatever reason, it's going to be a hard decision for you, right? The Five of Wands clarifying the Nine of Swords, this is your internal struggle. The Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Five of Wands is a card of work, business, and finances. Okay, so yeah, you will have two options or two opportunities or two whatever, right? And they're going to be equally good. So yeah, take your time and think about it. Unless you really have to act upon it, just, you know, perhaps if you can do a research, real quick research on the companies or two offers or something like, or whatever those options are, do your research and hopefully you can figure it out. Alright? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Cancer, this week. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Devil, clarified by the Ace of Wands, we have Death, clarified by the Four of Cups, and we also have Temperance on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. Wow. I don't know who this person is, somebody you already know or somebody new, but I would be careful if I were you. I think they're going to try to lure you into something you may later regret, and I think you will actually realize it, right? So here comes the Page of Cups. If you are going out socializing with somebody or by yourself, it could be somebody approaching you, offering to purchase a beverage for you. Right? That's what I think the Page of Cups here represents. And the rest is very dangerous. Cancer, I'm just going to be very honest with you. We've got the Devil clarified by the Ace of Wands. That's what this person wants. Right? They just want to have a little fun with you. That's pretty much it. The Devil could be a Capricorn you're dealing with, or the Devil is a temptation. It's a card of lust, and nothing good is going to come out of that. The Ace of Wands clarifying the Devil is a passionate offer, if you know what I mean, right? That's what they want. We have Death clarified by the Four of Cups. Death could be a Scorpio you're dealing with, but I think Death, this is you kind of like putting it to rest and not dealing with this person. The Four of Cups clarifying Death is a card of a rejection. Alright, so be careful with those drinks, Cancer, because I've heard stories with people mixing stuff into those drinks. So I've heard, be careful, alright? Don't accept drinks from strangers, alright? Temperance on the bottom of the deck. This is, I think, either a Sagittarius you're dealing with, or this is the way of the universe to say, you know, cool it, chill out. Just don't jump with this person into anything you will later regret. Okay, Cancer. So yeah, if you're going out this week, socializing, be careful. All right. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Cancer, for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Cancer, have an amazing week.